back with an exciting unboxing video. Yay! Okay, so rather than watch me struggle to open the box, I opened it, but I haven't opened anything inside yet. So let's take out all the stuffing stuff. I don't know if this has 1 or 2 things in it. It has 2. Yay! Okay. So the first thing I ordered, and I kind of ordered it because you have to order so much to get the free shipping. So it's like, well, I could pay for shipping, or I could order something and then pretty much for the same price, like, you know, get a thing, right? So if that makes sense. All right, so the first thing I got was this book. It's called Tarot Spreads, and it's by Barbara Moore, who's like amazing, does a lot of guidebooks for Llewellyn and things. So this one I thought might be an interesting read. It is, let's see what year it is. It is 2016, so it came out last year. And so you've got Tarot Spread Basics, Design Principles and Layouts, collection of spreads, techniques to add to any spread, modifying spreads, do-it-yourself spread design, and a 78 card reading. So pretty cool. So all sorts of spreads is basically what it is. There's some big ones. So I am gonna have tons of fun playing with these and modifying them. Circle of Advisors, I like that. Elemental Advice. I'm curious about this 78 card spread thing. Huh. Isn't exactly showing it. Of course, you got the Celtic Cross. Look at that. There's a huge one there. Wow. Oh, they've even got examples that show the Shadowscapes Tarot in the thumbnail there. So it looks like it'd be interesting just to kind of, you know, get the creative juices flowing, look at some different spreads, look at some different ideas of how to work with it. I think that's like a spirit guide spread that looks really cool. So I'm really excited to work with this. So yay, awesome. And now for the big exciting thing, yay! I got the Everyday Witch, yay! I kind of thought this might be a really good summer deck. It looks, you know, very lighthearted, but still witchy and still pagan. And oh, I like, it looks like it's in the new style of Llewellyn boxes, which I have to say, it was such a huge improvement. Okay, I should have maybe taken the plastic off of this so you guys don't watch me struggle with the plastic. Okay, all right. Okay, so first of all, I have to say it is one of the newer sturdy Llewellyn boxes. I have to say I'm so happy that Llewellyn has gone to these sturdy boxes. I really hated throwing the boxes away before. They were flimsy. They were often really beautiful, but they were flimsy. You couldn't really keep your cards in them, so I would always just like find a pouch or something. But I like so much better keeping it like the book and the cards together in the box. It's so much better. So I love the cover here, very whimsical. And then there's the back there. So you've got the nice flap there. Oh, it's got like a little ribbon, and look, there's like the stars. This is like, I have to say, the packaging, they've really, really upped their game, that's for sure. So Guide to the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. And it is, there's a nice thick book here. It's really cold. Even though it's been in the house for a few hours, it's so cold outside that this is still cold. Okay. Oh, oh, it's in color. Okay, awesome. So yeah, like look, full color. Okay, so this is about 250 pages. And what's inside there? Just very, very stylish. The authors definitely stepped up their game with this book. Okay, so you've got your intro about the deck, how to use it, how to do readings. So again, very, very nice with the layout and the color. Loving the full color. And it's kind of like a glossy, so this is kind of nice because then I'm not, you know, worried about spilling anything on there. Questions and answers. How to use the cards. Okay, and then we get into, so we have a full color thing here. And then we have things to consider. Okay, so there isn't There's a key phrase, embrace the unknown, but there isn't like a ton of writing, because usually, you know, you kind of expect more. Although the Magician has 2 pages, and then it also has notes there, which is kind of nice. High Priestess, okay, 2 pages, and that's and notes, so that's kind of nice. Most of them have that, it looks like. Let's see what the Minor Arcana is like. Okay, so there's the Ace of Swords, and then there's the there. Okay, so they only have 1, it looks like, for 1 page instead of the 2 pages for, but I do love that it has like a color thumbnail. Makes it really easy to flip through, and you could almost use this as an oracle itself. It's just so pretty and lovely to just open it to the page and then see what card that you get. So I have to say I'm impressed by the design. I'll have to see the information, because I'm kind of used to books with maybe a little more writing, but still having a full page for each of the minor and 2 pages for the major is, you know, it's pretty okay. Like it's not bad. And you know, if the information's good, then, you know, maybe you don't need 3 or 4 pages or 5 or whatever for each one. So I really like the design. I think it's really well done. And then you've got the ribbon here to pull, so you've got like a nice space to like keep your cards, which is really, really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna fight with the plastic again to get them off. Come on. Dun, dun, dun. I'm never very good at this. Some people are much better at fighting to get off the plastic. I don't want to stab myself with scissors. Okay. All right. So we have the backs here. This is the back design. It's not reversible, and I know for some people that's not an issue if you don't read reversals. For me, I do, but you know, I don't. It doesn't really bother me too much. I sort of just ignore it. It's nice if this is reversible, but it's not the end of the world if it isn't. It's very cute. I like it's very Halloween. It's very cute, witchy. I really like that. I think it's really fun. Quite enjoy it. The cardstock, Llewellyn's gone back to the older cardstock that's more flimsy, but I actually kind of think I like it better than the thicker cardstock. I feel like it could be maybe like a tad thicker, but not as thick as the one that they were trying, because that was almost like too hard to shuffle. So I do like that they are borderless, and you just have your little ribbon here with what card it is. So I like that there. I'm not going to show you them all, so if you're thinking about getting this deck, you'll have some surprises. Do like this Magician, very nice. Love the black cat in there. There's like a black cat, I think, in like every card. I like that. High Priestess. Do like me some cats. Empress, beautiful. Oh, he's got the black cat too. Okay, the black cat looks like it's in everything. That is pretty cool. Not in the Hierophant though. Where could that cat be? It's kind of interesting. He's in a lot. He or she is in a lot of them, but not all. You've got the Lovers. I love that the Chariot is on a motorbike. And look, there's a cat in the sidecar, so it's very modern. This is a really cute deck. I'm gonna see how it reads. I think this might be like a little too cute for some people, but I really love it. It kind of makes me think of like back when I was in 90s goth and like nude Wicca and stuff in the 90s, and this kind of makes me feel like that kind of thing again. And it has like a fairy tale sort of element to it. Like you've got here the devil trying to tempt people with money and ice cream. I'm more tempted by ice cream than money, I have to say. Oh, the star's nice. I like the moon. Some people might think it's too kitschy, but I don't care. I like it. And then you've got your Ace of Swords. Oh, Three of Swords, so sad. I like that. This has kind of like, it makes me think a little bit of, it's kind of got a bit of a Hogwarts feel to it, like a bit of a fairy story kind of feel, but it still has this depth to it that I feel like it'll be a real pleasure reading with these cards, because I like that it's fun, but then it's also got, you know, images like that with the Ten of Swords where it's a little bit more serious, you know. That's very Harry Pottery right there. Oh, I like the Queen of Swords. So I think we got a lot of fun working with this deck. Ace of Cups. Let's see. Ooh, this one's on Tropical Island Witch. That one's nice too. All right. Oh, Knight of Cups. You've got your Queen of Cups. Ace of Wands. Three of Wands. So it's got like, it's very, you know, Rider-Waite-Smith based, obviously, by the images here, but they still kind of play on it a bit. Like this one here, you've got the 5, and they're obviously having an argument, but it's not in the quite same configuration that a lot of the Rider-Waite-Smith copies are. Trying to see what else. I don't want to show you them all, right? But I want to give you a good idea if you're thinking of getting this deck. It's Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I like the 5. It's very pretty. It's like a witchy Christmas card. Oh, I like this too. So I'm really loving this deck so far. This is just my first impressions of the deck. I like the artwork. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Sort of, it makes me think of like 90s Silver Ravenwolf and The Craft meets Harry Potter. It's kind of got that vibe for me. So it's definitely like a young, lighthearted type of deck, I would say, in some ways, but I think that just even by looking at the images, I think that some of the readings it could give could still be quite deep and not fluffy. So I'm really looking forward to working with this deck. You know, obviously I'm just, you know, going by first impressions and stuff, but quite God, I got it. And you know what, I think I'm going to work with this deck in the summer because it just feels like a summery, fun kind of deck. Even though this backing here makes me think Halloween, the images on the card make me think kind of the Greenwich Tarot in some ways, and I feel like this might be a really good deck to work with in summer, and a really good deck to pull out when, you know, you're reading with your girlfriends and things like that. So definitely has kind of this nostalgia vibe for me, for sure. So I'm really looking forward to reading with it. If you have this deck, or you know, let me know what you think of it, and if you're considering getting this deck as well, what you think based on what you've seen here. I have to say again, kudos to Llewellyn for stepping up on the packaging. It's definitely a lot better. I love that I can just shut the box, it's all in there, and put this beautiful box on my shelf, all that stuff. So I'm very happy with my Amazon purchases. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.